Lost Strange.
Okay. Good evening, and good evening. This is the UnCommon Sense Show. I'm your host, Kennard the DJ, and today we got Ebony, and we got Alicia, and we got my man John. We got a real interesting topic today. This is a good one. And I know everybody got something to say on this one. And today's topic is R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
Okay. No, y'all. No, I'm so sorry. This little bastard just sprayed. Oh. I can't stand this little bastard.
Well, to be fair, he did just say R. Kelly, so
yeah, that kind of works.
Yeah, and he literally just this is my daughter's cat that breaks in, and he's a teenage cat, so he's still, he hot in his ass. He just sprayed. Now I got to go behind him with the bleach. You little fucker.
Damn.
That could be. There's no better intro that we couldn't have planned that. So
we might get paid. We can get paid off of that.
Yeah, we have to. Splash around in it. Drip, drop, drip, drip, drop,
drip. I mean, he did it perfect time, and I thought, God damn it, get your ass out of my house.
Look out! Look out! Watch out now.
Where is he?
Make sure you hydrate. All right, check this. Look, while Ebony over there doing what she got to do with the cat and everything, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
With all that's going on with R. Kelly, I ain't gonna. I fuck with R to a certain degree. I fuck with him. But look, John, what you think about with all this shit with the allegations and with the jail time and with the tape, and he got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? What you think about R, man?
He does have a lot of shit going on. And I mean, all pun intended with that fucking phrase. So my thoughts with the whole R. Kelly is, okay, so let me say this up front. There's going to be a lot of fucking nuance to everything that I'm going to say tonight. God damn it. If somebody's on the I hate him completely, you're fucking crazy. If you're on the I love him completely, you're fucking crazy. Like, if you're not somewhere if you don't feel somewhat conflicted, I don't understand those people. So with that said, R. Kelly, this motherfucker has been going after little girl pussy since we was in high school.
Word.
All of us, everybody fucking knew it. Everybody knew this nigga was trying to fuck. And not trying to fuck. This nigga was fucking when we was in high school. We all knew that shit. Okay, cool. Yeah. I still love the motherfucking music. This nigga can write his ass off. He can sing his ass off and all the rest of that stuff. Next, he was fucking on Aaliyah. And that shit was obviously wrong and all the rest of that shit. The nigga should have went to jail back then, but her mama and them was on bullshit and the family was on bullshit. He should have went to jail when he was fucking on that other little girl from that other videotape or whatever the fuck that year that was. But you didn't, because again, people want money and people ain't shit. And as far as all these, now when we talk about the children, that's gonna be a difference. First, they were underage. They were 16, whatever. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember that joke that they told, like, we got to find out how old is 16 really, and that special. But there's that.
Yeah,
And then after that, as far as any of these adult women, fuck all them bitches. They get absolutely zero sympathy from me as an adult, especially if you're talking about somebody who 25, 30 plus. It was like 2 or 3 of them that was 30 plus. They get no sympathy from me. You're an adult. You like getting pissed on. You like getting shit on. That's perfect. If that's it, and if that's what you into, cool. All right, don't piss on my sheets. But hey, I'm all for it. Go ahead, do what you're gonna do and all the rest of that stuff. But I'm good on that. So then when it comes to him being convicted, he should have been convicted a long time ago. Like, the stuff that he went to jail for, I'm like, wait, this don't even sound like then the law that they used to convict him, that part was all fucked up. There's so much nuance to this goddamn story. But ultimately he's a crazy, sick, deluded motherfucker. But he did get fucked in his trial. But I guess you could say the justice is that he deserved going to jail anyway. So I guess get him by any means necessary. But that's such a slippery fucking slope. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
Alicia, taking into consideration what John just said, what you think about R. Kelly? Like I said, he got a lot out there, a whole lot, and it's been going on for probably 20 years.
Light skin perspective.
Don't start with me. Well, just as John said, like I grew up on the south side of Chicago, east side of Chicago, and it was common knowledge that R. Kelly went looking for young girls, not necessarily children, but young girls. Right. You would see them up at the gas station on 119th and Halstead to the McDonald's downtown. So it wasn't a secret. I have a big issue with the fact that this is not the first, second, or third time that it's been made public. Mm-hmm. And certainly I think that with him having not being able to read, his education was so it was almost non-existent. Those are the type of women, I guess maybe he felt like those are the people that he can interact with because he did not meet the criteria to talk to an adult woman. I don't know what his issue was, but definitely he has some sick tendencies. I do have an issue with these parents. One mother in particular was talking about how she knew her daughter was at the hotel. She went to the hotel, the daughter wouldn't let her in. Woman didn't call the police, didn't make as a parent, if my child is somewhere I don't want them to be, they won't have to call the police to get me off whoever is keeping me from going to get my child.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. The fact that they let this go on speaks volumes, and they let it go on and they didn't say anything. I'm assuming that they didn't say anything because they can no longer financially benefit from whatever they were getting from him. But right. You're not going to convince me. And, and in fairness to R. Kelly too, somebody that's 16 years old should not be outside kicking it at 2:00 in the morning. Mm-hmm. So usually when you see somebody out like that, you assume that they're at least 18 and they're able to be out there like that. And of course kids sneak out, but when you talk about somebody that's staying the night over my house, coming out with me at all times, pretty much doing what they want to do, why would I assume that they're not grown? And at 16, you damn well know whether you want to be pissed on or not. So I'm not going to say, I know 16 is too young for him, right. But I know, and we all know that at 16, there was a lot of folk having sex. Mm-hmm. Didn't make it right, but that's what's going on. But I didn't know anybody, not too many people that were able to run the streets at 16 and do what they want to do. And now you see that there's a lot of young girls and young men, just they're outside doing whatever it is they want to do. So I think that R. Kelly definitely should be punished. But I also think if they're going to punish him, they need to punish all those parents and all those other people that were involved. They need to charge them the same way that they're charging R. Kelly, because it seems only fair to me. He can't be the only one that's culpable for everything that went on when so many people played a part and kind of ushered these girls to him.
Word. I think, just a thought of mine I have about Kelly, is a theory rather, is I think the nigga cheap as shit. And I think him and a lot of like rich guys is really cheap. He ain't the only one. And I'm not taking sides or nothing like that. But here's my opinion. He's not the only one who's been out there fucking young girls. Straight up. I mean, sure. From NBA to fucking any sport you could think of, entertainment, you name it. Because them the girls that be all giddy and shit. Oh, well, R. Kelly, they'll do anything to be with the nigga. And see, the thing is, like, he a cheap motherfucker because he know. Now, if you think about his wife is built like a young girl. You see what I'm saying? But if you compare like a 35-year-old chick to a 15-year-old chick, 15-year-old chick, you could buy her some motherfucking, you can get her a Big Mac, some motherfucking Reebok Classics, and she's straight for the year. That
a rainbow gift card.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
But then this is going to ask for more. She's going to ask for more and expect the pressure, bottom line.
So just imagine if you ain't no way in the hell that you could have the same amount of girls that's built the same and everything, do the same shit sexually, and still keep your money. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he fucking with young girls. Niggas do this shit all the time. He ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been doing that shit. They go, a young girl, she's dumb. She don't know no better. So you go buy her a Big Mac. She can eat McDonald's every day. You get like I say, a pair of Jordans on Christmas. She happy than a motherfucker. She'll love your dirty drawers. Try that shit with a 35-year-old. She gonna look at you like you fucking stupid. She want a fucking house. She want a Royce. She want a motherfucking business. She want all this. Yep. So that's what I was peeping the whole time. Now here's the other side what I was peeping, and I'm gonna let Eb take it after this. The other side I was peeping was this, is that's R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? These is groupies. I was watching the fucking documentary. I seen motherfucker on there, skirt was so short, you could damn near see her shit on national TV. But you a victim? I'm not feeling that. Them motherfuckers been loose. They've been on the come up. It's just like when I was in school. That's what you had some girls that was just.
Hey, your audio went out.
Oh, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had some girls that was fucking with niggas with money. They didn't give a fuck how old he was. They didn't care nothing about that. As long as he had money, they'll fuck with him. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. And then now all of a sudden when the paper run out, now it's a thing where, oh, well, I'm a victim. Nigga, ain't nobody force you to stay there. You get up, walk out the fucking front door. If ain't nobody held a pistol to you, ain't nobody said that R. Kelly held a pistol to him or nothing like that and forced him to stay. That's bullshit. So personally, what I think it was.
There was one testimony technically where she did say he put the gun. I mean, but even so, that's fear. But go ahead, I'll let you finish and then I'll start.
They wanted to stay with R. Kelly because he fucking R. Kelly. That's my personal opinion. You have these young, fast-ass girls that was groupies that was sneaking backstage with fake IDs. That's what I think. That shit never changed. I don't see no victims here at all. That motherfucker got hit. If he was me, goddamn motherfuckers wouldn't have took me to court because I ain't got no fucking money. You see what I'm saying? So he worth a lot of fucking money. You got incentive for them and their parents and everybody else they know to throw the bricks at them to try to get a fucking payday. Let's just be honest. Yeah, what you think about art, man? Oh, lady, excuse me, my bad. Damn.
It's cool.
I got wrapped up. I'm a little emotional.
It's all right, brother.
I know.
I believe you can fly, man. It's okay. It's all right.
I can believe I could, Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So, okay. I do believe he is a sick individual. I do believe that it was everybody involved should be prosecuted because he couldn't have done it alone. I agree with what everybody's saying about him choosing the young girls because of their mindset. Mm-hmm. But one thing about a predator is they know who to pick.
Right.
You know what I mean? And maybe it was easier for him to pick because of who he was. But you said something about the women leaving or the women not. First of all, having come from an abusive relationship, it's not as easy to walk out of that door than you think it is, especially if you're being threatened, especially if this person has shrunken your world to they the biggest thing in it. You have to understand it's a mental thing too. I know I always get into the mental stuff, but I mean the thing is it is. And as far as anybody being 16, I always say on most shows, most people don't develop mentally, are not fully developed mentally to make sound decisions until about 25. So I don't care if you popping your ass at 16, you really ain't mentally prepared up here for that shit. I don't care if it feel good or whatever, it's still, you're not really equipped or prepared to make those decisions.
We're not talking about subprime mortgages. They wouldn't. I doubt a 16-year-old would understand like a subprime mortgage, but they do understand. I don't want pee on me.
Okay, you're right. But also there is I want this money. I need this money. This is fucking R. Kelly.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
And then
at that point, it's a decision that you made.
And then after hearing everything that he was doing, and I mean, as far as the abuse and stuff, everything that he has, except for the pissing and the wiping the shit on my face. Everything that I followed the trial. He would videotape the girls wiping shit on their face, but that's something else.
I mean, proactive don't work for everybody. We just got to be real about this.
I didn't know he was such a freak.
I've never heard of that herbal remedy.
Right. I mean, damn shit.
We all been to college, on time. Anyway. Go ahead.
I didn't fucking lost my.
What were you doing in college?
My train of thought. Right. Like what college did you go to? Shit.
Right.
Let's do that.
Can we stay on topic, please?
Don't breeze past that shit like you just said.
Right.
What happened? What was you at? Toilet you, nigga? Where the fuck was you going?
T-U?
Shit, I mean, shit, tell me more.
Hell no.
I'm nervous.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Mr. Peabody. Sweet Jesus.
Mr. Peabody.
Mr. Peabody. But you know what? And not to cut you off, Eb, I still want you to go on a little bit more about this one, but you know, I mean, let's just be honest. Like, you know, motherfuckers is into all types of different shit sexually. I mean, I that's their thing. They into the feces and the piss or whatever. You gotta get a gullible motherfucker there that'll co-sign this shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's better than a young, impressionable girl?
Exactly. Right.
Starstruck and awestruck. You know what I mean?
That's the strategy right there.
Come on, now at 16, y'all gonna me that if Kels, whoever he gonna convince you.
Okay, put it this way.
You don't know better, that you don't put shit on your face. Like some stuff to me, I think we're giving these. They're not mentally developed for a whole lot of stuff, but I think we're giving them passes on common sense stuff. Like it's common sense that I don't want to be peed on.
They don't. No. You missing the point. I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, John. Okay, give me a yeah and there. This one, bro. If Halle Berry in her prime, 96, was like, let's go, come back to the crib and all this, and you get there, and she like, I want to piss on you. You gonna tell her no?
Yes, I'm gonna tell Halle Berry no. We can't do that. Are you serious? Yeah, we can't do that.
Wait a minute. Y'all can tell Halle Berry no as men, right?
Halle in her prime.
But a girl
can say no to it.
What?
I think Kennard said he would have said yeah to it.
I'm saying I ain't gonna rule it out. I'm not into all that. I'm just saying.
What if she? I mean, what if she drink straight hen, man? What if she don't drink no? What if she not hydrated? And you getting donkey piss in your face? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying I'm 15. That's Halle Berry.
15. Okay.
I'm 15.
No, I can't. Okay, so right now we're talking about, you know. Okay, so shoulda, coulda, woulda. At 15, I don't know what my mindset was back then.
I know,
but I've had this arise in like as an adult. So at what was I like 22? 1 was I when I was in Germany? So 21 was the first time I ever even heard of somebody like shitting and whatever, and scat play and fucking and peeing and shit like that. So when the girl said it to me like, "Hey, I want to pee on you," I'm thinking she's fucking joking. Okay. Until I see a straight face, and I'm like, "What the fuck is? Wait, are you serious?" Only thing that came on my mind. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that interlude on Biggie, "Ready to Die"?
I was just gonna say, so I shit on the bitch.
That's it, right. So I shit on the bitch. That's exactly what I was thinking the whole time, and I'm like, "Whoa, this nigga was telling the truth."
I was just gonna bring that shit up, yo.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, I'm straight.
I'm saying, okay, Eb. Morris Chestnut, get you to the crib, buy you anything you want to buy. And then he say, you know, I got this idea, you know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the rest because that just sounds fucked up. But you gonna tell him no? This is Morris Chestnut.
No,
I'm talking about 16-year-old.
Look, I would have told him no at 16. I would have told him no at 19. I'm damn sure gonna tell him hell to the no at 45.
But that's Morris Chestnut.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
No, he gonna buy you
Chestnut's pee, which is his waist, his excrement. You're not putting that shit on me. I'm sorry.
Well, fair enough.
I'm just sorry. You're not. Okay. I don't care. I don't care.
Matter of fact, now think about it. In 15, I wasn't even eating pussy, so I would have thought that was disgusting.
Yeah,
like at 15.
Yeah, I get it. But see, that's the thing. You gotta be okay. This is the way I look at it. Like, you gotta be just like, okay, I want to do a shit that young, nothing, not to 18, right? So you know, you're 18, you starting off, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but gradually you get introduced to different shit. Now, these motherfuckers, if I had to guess, they was probably already active.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then here comes R, you know, he didn't drink like 2 or 3 Gatorades and shit. And then he like, oh, okay, well, I'm into this. And then they're not gonna turn down R. Kelly. He just bought them some fucking Jordans and some motherfucking classic Reeboks.
I mean, it's actually a term in the sex called golden showers. So I mean,
Right.
that's right. So I mean, it's not unheard of.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even the shit play ain't unheard of.
Shit.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, but what else is it but shit play?
I'll tell you, it's called scat. Just so you know. I learned that.
No, because if your ass
no bullshit. That's what it's called.
If your ass is giving out
look it up.
as a human,
Google it.
your ass
Google it.
is
No shit. Google it. Google it. It's called scat play.
But have you ever seen scat? Scat is them little
Hell
bitty
no.
balls.
All
I'm saying is if your ass is scatting as a human, you need to go take some Fletcher's Cat Story. You need to get old school to get that shit about you.
I didn't know that was a different term.
I just thought about some shit. While y'all bullshit, SWV supposedly Downtown record was about golden shower.
No, it was about him coming in her face.
No, it was golden shower.
Yeah. No, it was not. It was about her getting skeeted on. I'm telling you.
What unplugged shit that y'all been watching?
I swear, Alicia, I'm telling you, somebody back me up. Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain. I'm telling you, go listen.
I heard.
Oh, wait a minute. On Unsung, Coco said that it was about getting some
the
head,
rain that
and
I don't need no shelter from. Right.
Oh damn. Okay, I didn't.
Hey, Coco was a sinner.
He said she was a sinner.
She was a sinner.
She was a sinner. Fast-tailed hussy.
Well, yeah.
A fast-tailed hussy. Wait.
Man, we done took the A train going north like a motherfucker.
All right, so I got a question, Kennard.
Go ahead.
I got a question for Ebony. So you said, or whoever wants to answer. So you said about the what you saying? The something about them being young and shit. So although the to be perfectly honest, the sexual whatever the hell they was doing, proclivities and shit, that's really just sensationalism, because who fucking really cares? You know what I'm saying? That they're, well, I was about to say they're adults, but whatever. They were consenting. I didn't follow the case like you said you did. Yeah. So to my knowledge, no one said he came in and took the pussy. He wasn't in there beating bitches' asses.
Yeah.
So
he actually he raped one girl a few days after he married Aaliyah, just bent over and took it. Then another woman, he drugged her food and took it.
Okay. So I didn't know about the drug and the food. So clearly that falls to a different category. So we're gonna take that one out. I'm taking that one out of this conversation because that falls into obvious. The other one, we say he went over there and bent over and took it. I need a little bit more. What does that mean?
Of course, they all Jane Doe this, Jane Doe that. But this young lady had a story where they went backstage. He made everybody leave except for her and her friend. Now, her friend did not help her, from my understanding, if I'm remembering correctly, but in any case, he basically took it without asking.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, well, shit. If he married Aaliyah in 94, so it was a 94.
I'm gonna be the guy right now that's gonna play the typical man role, because right now I need a little bit more understanding of what does took it without asking me, because I'm R. Kelly. I'm Mr. Man. You at my concert in the background, right? I'm in the background. You back here, so
young man too. He also forced himself on a young man too. So yeah, he is not above taking the ass or the cooch.
I don't fucking believe that. That's bullshit. Do he look like a fag?
I can believe. I can.
Tell me what a fag looks like.
Not real shit. Does R. Kelly, anything about R. Kelly say fag?
Yeah. The fact that he got voice. Yeah.
Well, he got fucked on when he was a kid, so I don't.
Have you seen some of them fucking outfits he wear on stage since you want to go there?
We could have said the same shit about Pop. Some of the shit Pop wore. Pop came on stage with a motherfucking, he had one of them leather tight, it was real tight. The vest.
Okay, first of all, stop describing it that way. It's uncomfortable for me.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what the hell you about to say next. It's getting weird. You're like, it was tight and it was oily and
it was leather
down.
I swear to God, I'll put a picture up right now.
We don't need no visual stimulus.
Okay, check this out.
Two men said that he groomed them. One of them, the man was pretty much saying that young man now, he said, R. Kelly told him, what you willing to do for your career? And he proceeds to slob on Bob.
Oh, wow.
R. Kelly, not the boy.
Wait, stop. What? Wait, what?
Matter of fact, remember the one he used to call nephew? Remember he was always talking about nephew this, nephew that?
No.
It was him.
So
wait. R. Kelly gratified him as opposed to
Yeah.
I did not see that
and
coming.
As a young man,
again, pun intended.
I say no to R. Kelly. Did he want some Jordans and shit too? Or he just wanted a career? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these girls, a lot of these girls were young singers, aspiring singers and stuff. So he took advantage of his position, and they nativity, whatever you have the word you say, nativity, and his parents, and their parents basically going along with it as long as they thought that their kids was gonna make it.
Young singers or young hoes who could sing?
Either or. I'm not even gonna get into that with you, Johnny.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Alicia, what you think
Doesn't
about
matter,
that?
Johnny. I you know it. I understand that those girls were young, but I mean, let's be real. Like they made a decision.
Right.
Just period. I mean, you saying like you appalled, but come on now. Like, I'm not saying it is right, but I've seen these 16-year-olds out here now. Mm-hmm. They look like they know more shit than I do. I'm 47. Mm-hmm. They behave in a manner that does not dictate young lady, young girl. And I mean, you all are men, so I have to tell y'all, but I've seen old men look at young girls. That's what they do. And they talk to the ones that show behavior that they already doing whatever it is that they doing. So once you start having sex, right, you've already been having sex. And when you talk grown and you walk grown and you dress grown, like grown shit gonna happen to you. And where are the parents in all this? Because why is your child out here? And that's not to say that it can't happen if you raise your child, but if this is a pattern for your child and this is going on and you don't make an effort to stop that shit, like, you have accountability for that. And at 16, I'm not saying that they have all of the information, but at some point their behavior, they're accountable for what they're doing because they know.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers be out here, I'm gonna cut you off, bro. Motherfuckers be out here, like I say, they about that payday. So essentially they put their kids in up. You know, they turn a blind eye to it in hopes of getting a payday, and now they got it.
Yep.
So you basically,
why is that not considered trafficking as well? Like, if they're charging R. Kelly for that, if you're benefiting financially from handing your child over to this man, you're trafficking too, and you should be charged with the same thing.
Well, that's too much like right. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, I mean, it ain't no secret. We seen Bill go through this shit. We seen Mike Tyson go through this shit. You know, it's a system of divide and conquer. You know, they want to play us against y'all and y'all against us. And we doing a damn good job of it. And if we gotta, if some of us can't stand to see one of us with a penny more than what we got, because we sitting there spending our whole lives looking to take it. And that's what that came down to. They didn't give a fuck about R. Kelly, and he probably didn't give no fuck about them. And it was a use situation. And he knew he was in the wrong, fucking with these young, hot ass girls. I don't give a fuck if they giving it away. Whatever, you knew you was wrong and you thought you was gonna get away with it up until the grown people got up in their ear and said, oh, well, shit, you can get da-da-da-da-da. See if you can get da-da-da-da-da. So they just as guilty, like you say. But see, everybody going, oh, well, you know, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know, I wasn't there. My girl's a good girl. She didn't do nothing and all this bullshit. But that nigga gonna be doing fucking life in prison and they gonna be sitting back and their daughter's still gonna be hoeing like they was before. They just gonna move on to the next.
So do you think every one of those girls in there was a hoe? Like,
real shit. I think all of them was groupies. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, hell, I think anybody around the right person would turn into a groupie. Now, the only one that I can say for sure was a groupie was the girl that he started fucking with that was standing outside when he was going through his first trial.
That's the one that had the little ass skirt on. That's the one I was talking about.
Right.
No, that's the part. Well, I mean, you know, And my thing is okay, even aside from that, they groupies, they willingly went, they willingly had sex. Were they willingly abused?
That's my
And
question.
before
So
you-
I don't think the abuse. I just don't.
I don't. So if the abuse, the word abuse is where I have the question, because me and another well, I can't say adult. Me and this other woman, we engaged in whatever, and now I say, hey, in order to be with me, I gotta slap you around. I got and you know what I'm saying, I get this beat your ass or whatever the hell it be. Now you chose to stay. I gave you the rules. You don't look at these other niggas. You stay in this whatever. Is that abuse?
Yes, that's
Okay.
abuse. That is abuse.
If no, how is it abuse if you have the option to leave?
An option.
Because you really don't know that's an option. I'm speaking from a person who was in an abusive relationship for 17 years. Sometimes the path of least resistance is to stay. I know that sounds crazy, but when you fucked up in the head, you fucked up in the head. You scared. You scared to leave. You scared to stay. And it's like you can't. And then, but you, as scared as you are, you still care about this person, and you crazy about them and shit like that. It's a fucked up place to be in your head. And
This
I'm
is
speaking
what
from somebody who has been through it. I stayed for a very long time. I did. And it mentally breaks you. It puts you in a survival mode. It puts you on autopilot. And then especially with all the isolating that he was doing. One mark of an abuser is to isolate you and make you think don't nobody care about you. It's documented. He was telling those girls, y'all parents sold y'all to me.
He was right.
No, you speaking fact, and
he was dead ass right. He paid
in some
for
situations, yeah, he was right. I do believe the parents were involved. And in those cases, those parents need to be prosecuted right along with them, because that's slavery, that's sex trafficking. Y'all sold y'all flesh and blood. You know what I mean?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about them kids. Straight up.
I think your situation.
All they give a fuck about was money.
I don't think all those girls was on the same page. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think your situation was different, Ebony.
It is now.
I think your situation was different simply because your motivation was for being with your guys because you cared for them and y'all had history and stuff like that. Right. These bitches was simply there like, if they lose R. Kelly, they lose money.
Word is bond.
End the story. They lose Fendi bags and Gucci shoes and I don't fucking know.
And Reebok, they weren't getting no Fendi. They was getting Reebok classics and the mics on Christmas.
Right. They losing fucking Foot Locker coupons and goddamn Portillo's.
Happy with that.
I know for a fact they was getting Hollister. What was the Aeropostale or Hollister that was good back in the day?
That shit high.
Yes, yes, they were, because the girl bought her extra small and he beat her with her side, or he beat her ass. Like, seriously.
Look, they was getting the hookup at the motherfucker.
Those bitches got Baby Gap and Rainbow coupons. That's it. They got to ball out on Madison and Pulaski. And they're like, bitch, you go get whatever you want. Here goes $73.14.
That's all three of you. All three of you.
Right. And you better split it amongst yourselves. All right, for real though, seriously. But I watched.
All I was trying to do was come from, and I mean, y'all. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with y'all in this situation. I'm just coming from somebody who was in a mentally trapped situation with somebody. They didn't have money, but remember I told you earlier, Kennard, that I did have R. Kelly story. Just trivial.
Hey, and hold on to that, because we got 5 minutes left on this one.
It ain't gonna even take but 2 or 3 minutes. I promise you.
You want to go right now with it? You want to wait till the next one? It's up to you.
I want to hear this P story now.
I want to hear it too.
I dodged the P bullet. I actually dodged the P bullet back in 1994. I was 18. I was singing. You know, I was kind of putting myself out there. I auditioned for an all-girl group that R. Kelly had.
Wow.
And I made it. Now, let's go to the next recording. We'll finish.
You got touched on. Oh,
see?
My damn.
No, don't do that.
The suspense. They're like, did she? Look, is she dry? Is she wet? No,
I already made up a story in my mind about you getting pissed on.
I think you wet. I think you got peed on too.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
Well, tune in to part 2 of the Common Sense Show.
Wow.
Say it.
Ebony
so.
got defiled.
Oh no. Shit, you need to be on the stand testifying.
Oh.
Pay, get us all out the hood.
She need to be in the shower.
Shit, I take some of that money. Shit.
Was it a golden shower? Was it not? No.
Oh,
I swear to God,
damn.
I quit this job so motherfucking fast.
Evan been
Lord.
defiled.
You got to
God
split that
damn.
pie. Shit.
Oh,
I'm trying to
fuck.
get paid out the mother.
All right, Kelly, y'all need to split that check up then, because she needs to get that. God.
He got it.
No, I dodged the bullet, so to speak, because a week after I found out I made the group, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, so I had to back out. So he had been drinking Gatorade. He had to use it on somebody else that time.
Yeah, dog.
But then it's like, you know, did I really dodge the bullet or shit? I mean, I don't know.
That nigga, you might have though, cause he was recruiting them young. He liked them young girls.
So was the nigga I was with. So what difference did it make?
I'm saying, but I did that. But see, it's different. I look at it like you was in a relationship. We talking about groupies. That's a whole fucking different category.
But they were in relationships with him.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Relationship. I swear. Okay,
he wasn't in a relationship with them.
Put like this.
But they was in a relationship with him. So
okay.
I mean.
Okay, put this way. You think, okay, you ever watched The Flavor of Love?
Yeah.
You think them girls was in a relationship with Flavor? Seriously?
No.
Exactly.
Then, I mean, these is women competing for a prize.
Exactly. Now you get it.
Ain't nobody in a relationship yet.
Oh,
but now you get it. Now you understand what I'm talking about. Look at this nigga. Flav was fucked up.
True.
He was fucked up. I mean, like, he's never been like, oh, okay, he's all right looking.
Like, oh, look, he look like a monkey drinking vinegar. Shit.
He's just completely up. I mean, am I lying? Somebody tell me.
No, you're not.
And he had some nice looking girls on there.
But you knew what they. Well, okay.
Right. That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
I get where you're going with it. I get where you're going with it, but it's like,
No, this is what it is. He's an entertainer. He's Flavor Flav. He could do what he wants. This is why they're there. If it was me,
most of these girls were over 18 too. So let's put that in there too.
Right. Okay. Aside the age.
18.
I'm saying the fact that it's ugly niggas in the world that's got status that can go and write their own fucking ticket. That's just the way the world is. And
shout out to the ugly niggas in the world.
Shout out to the ugly niggas. Straight up, no shit. But shout out to them niggas because they can get write their own fucking ticket. They ain't gotta go out on dates. They can just get the pussy right there in the fucking in the lobby.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
In the hey, niggas got it like that. Like Jay-Z too is camel looking ass. Okay, look, we got a minute left. Look, this finna cut. This drink is kicking in. It's kicking in.
Mine too.
You know, but look, it's gonna cut off, and I'm gonna send y'all the link, and we're gonna go to the next joint. Anybody got anything they want to say before we wrap up the first part?
Can we pray for Ebony right quick?
We can pray for Ebony.
Oh yeah, she has been peed on. You've been defiled.
Right. You know, tell them what the hell happened.
First of all, don't none of you motherfuckers pray for me. All right, I'm straight. Okay, I'm good.